Hey, it's Muka. Today I want to discuss the updates, the status, and what's gonna be the future for the collective. So, but before we doing this, I need to kind of directly say to a certain person, which kind of demotivated me for a long time. Tried to be in a relationship for 3 years, and she always kind of fucked me over all the time. I had my patience for long, but that's it. I guess that's the moment where I have to call her out for it. She will probably see this, probably not. I don't give a shit. At this point, it has to be said. Janelle, hey, how are you? I'm probably pretty much angry, I assume, but that's fine. Because I have a message for you. You directly. Janelle, when you see this, let me be crystal clear, alright? First off, I don't give a shit about the money. You can keep it, you don't have to pay me anything back. Because I know you so well, the amount of money you're gonna pay me is probably just 100 or 200 euros, Even though the general amount you owe me is 5k, and I did the math. But I know you so well, you will not pay me that amount of money, nor do you have that amount of money, nor do you have that kind of a job to even provide that kind of living costs. So, I don't give a shit, keep the money. I don't care, alright? Secondly, alright, the fact you're starting deleting all your accounts, your Viarchat account, your Discord account, and all the crap, pretty much tells me you did not like the video. I assume that video kinda exposes you a bit, so therefore you started to take drastic measures to wipe yourself again. To be fair, I lost count, to be honest. This is probably your 9th Viarchat account, and this is probably your 7th or 8th Discord account. I don't know, because you keep doing this all the time. Every time you have a backlash or you get red hat caught by me or someone else, you keep deleting yourself from the internet, and then you come back with a new synonym name because you keep doing that. I would say you are just a fucking coward, a manipulator, and you just can't handle reality, That's pretty much it. But, you do you. I don't give a shit, I assume you're doing this because of the video. That's fine, I don't give a shit, to be honest, what you said on the DMs about, I make TikTok content, how dare you? It's like, I don't give a shit if you make TikTok content. I don't give a shit, whatever you do in your life. I am angry, and this is something you probably, I don't know, either you don't understand or you just do not want to understand. I was tilted because you lied to me. You lied to me multiple times over the 3 years. This time, I had it. Alright? I'm not gonna come back. I'm not. This is the end. This is pretty much the end. I'm just saying you this. Alright? I've told you you lied. You said you didn't lie. That was your response. You didn't lie. Then you're pretty much playing yourself in the last text of your Spanish blog, by the way. Which, by the way, I did not translate it. I asked my Mexican friend to translate it for me, and he agreed to do this for me. So he translated it for me and pretty much sent it me back in English. All of this you wrote to me is the smoking gun. You pretty much proved to me that yes, you lied. You played yourself, Janelle. This entire text, that's what you wrote. Alright? Secondly, you didn't lie. You said you weren't influenced by your people, and then you telling me I have to ask Sunny for it? Don't you see the hypocrisy in this? Apparently you got manipulated. But alright, whatever, Janelle, whatever. I don't, I know you're retarded. I know. That it's okay, It's okay. We all can make mistakes, you know. Anyway, I just find it funny that since the video drop, you're starting to remove your tracks, which is fine, you know. Do whatever you want, you know. I don't give a shit. The fact you are angry is not because I'm rude to you. You're angry because you got caught. You hate it that I found out about it. That's why you are angry. Alright? I'm not stupid. Alright? The naive game playing, it's over. You know? I'm not naive anymore. It's not happening. Do I want any... should I even just... Was there something else I should say? Actually, no, that's pretty much it, I guess. Because, you know, honestly, I don't give a shit. You know, all this following the rabbit hole stuff, you know, finding your Discord server and all that, the list. This was just a side quest, you know, for me. That was not even my primary thing. I don't give a shit. The only thing, like I said, you lied. That's what I'm angry about. Called you out for it. And now you start deleting all your accounts and your progress and your whatever. Don't give a shit. Like I said, you did this 8, 9, 10 times, you know, since the 3 years of span. You know, Nebula, Fluffle Bonbon, what else? Kindred, you know. All these accounts, you know, and now you go with Snacks and Vanellope and whatever. You know, all these accounts you deleted. Because you just can't handle backlash or realism. You can't handle shit. You are a coward, Janelle. A bloody, disappointed coward. You know? And let me be this clear. Because at this point, I do not believe you anything. Alright? You said you had diabetes type 2. I don't believe you. I don't believe you have diabetes type 2. I do not believe you that you have cancer. I do not believe anything you have as a condition side. I'm pretty sure all the things you have said, it's just made up bullshit. Alright? And that's disgusting. You know, that's fucking disgusting. You know? First you came with the cancer thing. Oh, I have cancer. I have 10 years to live. Alright. I was, you know, I was like, okay, you know, I will still support you, whatever. Now you come back and say, oh, I have diabetes type 2. Go fuck yourself, Janelle. Holy shit, bro. Like, how many times do you have to make this shit up? Fuck off, bro. Anyway. That's sad. You haven't improved anything. The entire thing you wrote on the mail about ceasing contact, you know, with your friends, ceasing VR chat entirely, you know, closing that chapter and just go back to real life, you know, in real life stuff to find yourself, which is noble, by the way, that something you should have done, to be honest. And then, you know, I'm saying, oh, you do VR chat still, you still hang with these people around, and the only one that you casted out is me. Again. You know, you lied everything, even your email. Everything is bollocks. It's all bollocks. You know, you don't have diabetes. You don't have cancer. You didn't cease contact with your friends. You didn't cease VR chat at all, or online. You know, in general, like the entire internet. You didn't cease that. You know, for someone that has diabetes, you know, and has probably a few years to live, I guess. You surely do not give a shit about it, you know? Especially like, you know, putting all your effort for TikTok content. Which, by the way, terrible platform, you know, but you do you, you know? I myself, I would never go on TikTok and trying to be like a TikTok influencer. Because all these people on TikTok, brain-rotted people, you know? They will cheer anything they can find, you know? I myself... I rather do like YouTube or Rumble. Usually I'm still on Twitch, but I'm actually thinking going on Rumble because I think Rumble will be the best alternative for that, you know. But, you know, higher plans. I'm sorry, and also I'm so sorry that my VTuber account, brain. My VTuber model made you jealous that you started making TikTok content. I'm so sorry that I have a better path going on without you, that you have to copy the way I do things. I'm so sorry, Janelle. I wish you could find something better for your own fucking path or chapter, but the fact you're plagiarizing the things, the hobbies I do, I'm so sorry. Alright, I'm really. Literally, you looked at me, you stalked at me on Twitch and said, oh shit, he has a VTuber model. Maybe I should go back and make VR chat content with my own persona. Great. Lovely. You learned nothing, Janelle. Nothing. You have not improved anything. No, instead, you look at me and you're trying to copy the not really success, more like the happy life I have, the peaceful life environment, you know, that I have built with my friends, which, by the way, more supportive to me than your friends, you know, just saying, because they will probably backstab you anyway, again, like, it's like a repeated bullshit, you know, with your friends. My friends never backstabbed me. It never happened, and it will never happen, you know, because those are solid. Yours are not solid. They're retarded. Just saying. And I don't give a shit what they think about me. Don't give shit about anyone, you know, especially you, Janelle. You can go fuck yourself, you know. For all the demotivation, the mentally mindfuck I had to go through because of you, go fuck yourself. That said, back to the content and the next topic. What is the future with Okami Collective? Easy. Easy. First, I will make more Miko avatars. Obviously. Secondly, as you can see, I'm trying to make more YouTube content. More media related content. Sorry. And we'll see it there. I want to make more Miko related memes, you know, like back in the days. So stay tuned for that. I can only tell you this though, and this is a disclaimer, I may not have much time for sort of, you know, content creation, because usually I have a job. The problem is, when you have a job with 3 shifts, it kinda takes your free time away a lot, you know. So I will try my best to keep it on point with the timing. I cannot promise it, you know. Same with avatar creations and hosting events, you know. Like I said, there are people with jobs, and there's, like Janelle, unemployed, you know, or uplifted, unemployed, you know, jobless people that have more time to make content. Well, I don't, because I have a future, so. I'm sorry, I'm just sidetracking. Further note, also, I'm just one guy making all of this, so I'm running the group, I'm making the avatars, I'm making the events, the YouTube content. I'm just one guy. I don't have a team, you know, and I don't need really a team. Maybe actors would be nice, you know, for YouTube related stuff, you know, or posters and shit. Actors, sure, you know, that would be nice, but usually the content creation is mostly on me, you know, so I'm like just one-man army at this point, you know, which is fine by me. I'm used to it, you know. It just takes more time, obviously, because one person cannot manage all the things at once, so I'm also deciding making more winter Mikos, actually. I haven't seen winter Mikos for a long time, since 2019, 2020, you know. You know the Mikos with the winter coats back then? We should... I have like a template, so I will try to make more of these kind of Mikos, you know, instead of having the Miko version 2 and Miko version 1, you know. The 2 obvious ones with the dress and the tomboyish kind of hoodie. No, I'm trying to get the winter Mikos also some attention, you know, because I think we need to make those again. We need to bring them back, you know, so. Anything else? That's pretty much it. I will see if I can make more, but yeah. I think we are in a good track. Oh, okay, so also I just realized VTubing streaming. I do VTubing streaming now, so as mentioned on the first topic, I will do also more streaming. I already bought plenty of really good games, which probably no one heard of, or new ones, you know, and I will try to stream it. So stay tuned, you know, I will keep you posted, you know, either alone or with friends. I rather prefer streaming with friends because it's more fun, you know, and it helps to support each other better, basically. You know, I enjoy streaming with groups more than alone, to be honest. It kind of helps with the interactions more, you know. Plus, I can be more funny, you know, more role-player-ish, charisma-ish, you know what I mean? So stay tuned for that, you know. This is also in the plannings, you know. Plus, I with the VTubing model that I have, I got requested if I wanted to do some remissions, like requesting some remissions for my model. We'll see about that. Maybe new expressions, new clothing, you know, for my model. You know, it's like I got requested for it, you know, from my model maker, you know. So we'll see, you know. We'll see. I'll think about it. You know, it will pay me a bit. I need to pay from my pockets, obviously, because, you know, but it's okay. You know, I have money. You know, unless someone else, you know, except from someone else. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, that's pretty much what's going on for some time now. You know, busy times. Oh, I need this. Well, how can I end this? How can I end this video? Don't date fat Mexican women's. You know, they're terrible. And if someone tells you like, "Oh, I want you to find someone better," she lies. You know, it's all just casting you out of her life. But, you know, she keeps other retarded people in there. At least I don't need a team to make TikTok content, you know. That's a good thing about it. By the way, and this is also just a side note for Janelle, I don't need the fucking money. I don't give a shit about money, alright? You can keep it, you know. You can keep the money. I don't give a shit, you know, because I know exactly the amount of money you're gonna pay me is probably just 100 or 200. You know, I don't need that kind of money. You can have it. I know how much you will pay me, and that's nothing of value. Not the amount I have given you in the past. Which, by the way, you know how much it is? It's 5k. I made the math. It's 5k euros, and I'm pretty sure you don't have that amount of money to pay me anything back, you know. But that's fine. I don't give a shit. I don't care about the money. Like I said, you can keep it, you know. Because in the end, I won nothing. There is nothing you can offer me, Janelle. Nothing. Anyway, that's it. That's the content. That's the status update. We'll see you guys around. Stay tuned. Alright? God, I love this cigarette.